Okay, wanted to post this the other night, but I couldn't, because my laptop wasn't working. But anyway, the Chicago Bulls defeated the Milwaukee Bucks, and they're moving on now to play the Cleveland Cavaliers, who Kevin Love. I didn't know this, but he's actually out for the rest of the season now. So, like I said, they still have LeBron, who is number 23, so he's a Jordan. It's all with Space Jam. And then Kevin Love is out, so they don't have a monster anymore. So that makes it very interesting. But what's even more interesting here, so the Bulls have Derrick Rose and all kinds of stuff. I've talked about the Bulls, whatever. But they won the game the other night by 54 points. 54 is love. Now, I was watching it and I told my girlfriend, I was like, they're going to win by 49 points or 54 points. You just wait and see. And that was in like the third quarter. And I was like, there's no way. And go figure, they ended up on 54 points or 54 ahead or whatever. And then Milwaukee scored 66, I believe. Yeah, 120 to 66. I think Chicago Bulls or just Bulls adds up to 66. Um, Anyway, I guess just wanted to point that out. It was a record-breaking game. It was the largest margin of victory in a series clinching victory in the NBA playoff history, and the third largest margin of victory in any playoff game. It's the second biggest blowout win in Bulls history, trailing only a 56-point pasting of the Portland Trailblazers back in 1976. And that year was the only Portland Trailblazers NBA championship. And interesting that they had a record of 49 and 33. I just thought that was pretty funny. Also, I had just talked about how Scott Brooks was fired from the Oklahoma City Thunder, and he was 49, and I don't even remember what else. There was a bunch of stuff about him, but they just hired a new coach. It's Billy Donovan, and he's also 49 years old. So, I mean, that's kind of weird. I haven't looked through all the coaches. I don't think very many of them are 49 years old. Um, it's just kind of weird. So they fired a 49-year-old, and then they hired a 49-year-old. Yeah, and I went through all the coaches here. A ton of them are actually 55 years old, which I thought was kind of weird. But the only other one that I've seen that was 49 years old is Steve Kerr with the Golden State Warriors, and I talked about him. But there was a couple of them like this guy. It doesn't show his age, so I don't know. They could be 49. Anyway, just I guess pointing out that this guy's 49 at least, and then he also played in the NBA for 1 year. He was actually drafted in '87, but he got cut before he even got a play. And then he came back and he played his only NBA season in 1988. Or I guess he played. It was the '87-'88 season in December is when the Knicks had signed him after the Jazz dropped him. But it also says he played 44 games, so I found that pretty interesting. He played 44 games, and the only season was the '87-'88 season. Also, do you not find it weird that A-Rod hits his 660th home run to tie Mays for fourth all-time on May Day? I mean, so he tied Mays on May Day. Is that not weird or what? And Willie Mays here. Well, he will be 84 this year, which is a big Obama number and whatnot. Just kind of weird that he'll be 84. He also is most known for playing for the New York and San Francisco Giants. He played 22 seasons, it says, and then he was elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame in '79, which is the 22nd prime number is 79. It's kind of funny that they do it in '79 and he played 22 seasons. I mean, there's just so much stuff. You can go through here. I basically just wanted to point out that the Bulls won by 54. But I mean, just the dumbest things ever. Like his father, who was named in honor of President William Howard Taft. Well, what was Taft? The 27th president. You know, like who cares about his father? Why is that even written in here? You know, it's just. And I've talked about 27 a bunch. I'm just gonna end it right there. Like I said, I just wanted to show the Bulls winning by 54, just to show that they're still doing the love theme. And like I said, I have no idea who's gonna win now. They make it kind of confusing. But I guess we'll see. Anyway, just like I said, touch up video, whatever. Have a good night.